Hello and welcome to whatever this video is going to be. I think it's going to be a vlog, but anyway, let's just get into it. Hello, welcome to another video. My name's Rebecca. Welcome if you're new here. Hello, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I know my content's been a bit all over the place lately, non-existent being the main thing, but as you can tell, things are happening. I'm mid reorganisation, but we're going to pretend that those other shelves don't exist because these ones are looking great behind me. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to sort of put in this little clip. I'm assuming it's going to be a vlog of sorts, because this happened. So I went to Barter Books and we took, because I have like a massive load of books to get rid of. If you've seen that unhaul, if I finished editing that unhaul, you will see there was like over 90 books to get rid of in total. So we took 40 of them up to Barter Books, and naturally I got some to bring back because, you know, why wouldn't I? There's a mix in this bag, but I just want to start off with this. So I've been wanting one of these for a while now, and every time I've been up they haven't been in stock. I got this. See if it'll focus. So this is a Barter Books mug, which if you've been to Alnwick, there's, as you drive into Alnwick from the main road, there's a big sort of statue with a lion on top. This is a bookish version, but with a cat on top instead, and also the little train going around the bottom of it, because if you didn't know, Alnwick is a, well, Barter Books is a disused train station. So we went there today. It was very nice. We had some food. It was very yummy. I've never actually had lunch in there before, so it was nice to have lunch in there. So I'm going to put that, I'm not actually going to use it for drinking, let's be honest. I'm going to use it for decor, decor purposes. So yeah, I got that as well as a bunch of books. So I'm just going to get into them and show you what I got. This first one I actually picked up yesterday. So I didn't pick this up at Barter Books, I picked this up in a supermarket, and I thought it would be a nice fluffy read for either my holiday or for just when I'm feeling a bit crappy. And I picked this one up. It's called The Paris Connection by Lorraine Brown. The reason I'm showing you these books now is because I'm about to go put them on my shelves and I don't want to sort of have to pull them all out. So this one is The Paris Connection by Lorraine Brown. It follows a young couple, Sai and Hannah. They are madly in love, and they are taking a train on a romantic trip when their train kind of separates, if that makes sense. I don't really know how that's going to work. I'm guessing that it separates in the sense of there's like a fork in the rail. I don't know, I'm gonna have to read it to find out. But basically their train separates. One of them ends up at their final destination, another one ends up 200 miles away, 300 miles away. So one of them wakes up in Paris, the woman wakes up in Paris, the man wakes up in Amsterdam, and naturally she's like, well, what do I do? He's got my ticket, like this is bizarre, like what am I gonna do? And then she meets a guy called Leo on the station platform. He's everything that Sai isn't, and then that makes her question kind of whether or not Sai is the right guy. Sai and Guy, whether Sai is the right guy for her. So I'm very intrigued to see where this is going to go. I do think it'll be a very, very, very quick read, and I think it'll be something that I can pick up when I'm feeling kind of meh, which hopefully won't be very often. Okay, so there was it's a mixed bag, I'm telling you, it's a mixed bag. The first one I have here is The Enemy by Charlie Higson. This is a one that I'm pretty sure Leanne from Novel Menagerie has been saying as one of her favourites for years. Basically, it follows a young boy, I'm assuming in London because I think that's the Shard. Everybody over 14 gets some sort of sickness, and it's about everybody under the age of 14 kind of having to deal with that. We know I love a good dystopian, and it's kind of along the lines of the Gone series by Michael Grant, but I'm hoping that this does it better. So yeah, very happy that I picked this one up. They also had the sequel, but I thought I'd better not jinx it, so I picked this one up on its own first of all. We then have something that, well, you know, it's one of these things that the tagline kind of catches your eye and you're like, oh my god, I need to read it, and that is Haven't They Grown by Sophie Hannah. This one is a recent release, I believe it's 2020 release. It's a psychological thriller. 12 years have passed, the children don't look a day older. So this follows a woman whose friend, like childhood friend and former best friend I think it is, lives a few blocks away, and she knows that she lives a few blocks away, and one day curiosity gets the better of her and she drops her kids off at school and goes to her friend's house. And when she goes to her friend's house, she sees that for all they haven't seen each other in years, her children haven't actually grown at all in the time that she's not being around. So they should be 12 years older, and they're exactly the same age as when they kind of were last seen by her. It's a psychological thriller, so I'm assuming everything will not be as it seems. Quite interesting. It says prepare for sleep deprivation. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but anyway, we picked that one up. Next up, we have a one that I was very, very, very happy to find because I'd had my eye on this for a while anyway, and that's The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. This is a fairly recent release as well. This follows Emmanuel, who was born on the fringes of Bethel, does her best to obey the church and follow the holy protocol, for it was in Bethel that the first prophet pursued and killed 4 palpable witches, and so cleansed the land. And then a chance encounter lures her into the dark wood that surrounds Bethel. It is a forbidden place haunted by the spirits of the witches who bestow an extraordinary gift on Emmanuel, the diary of her dead mother. So she reads the diary, finds out the truth about her upbringing, and reveals some secrets, and that's where the mysteriousness starts to begin. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I'm very excited for this one. I don't know when I'm going to get around to it. I've opened it up to page 176 and it says, but there was no intruder. Next up we have a one that, again, curiosity got the better of me, and that's The Sin Eater's Daughter by Melinda Salisbury. This one is a 2014. It's my early booktube days. I came on booktube at the end of 2014, and this was doing the rounds when I joined booktube. It follows, basically, it's a very similar vein to most YA tropes these days, with a prince or a princess or a girl who is you know, has to do something for a kingdom or her kingdom, and then falls in love with a prince or a god or somebody she shouldn't. Basically, that's the gist of it. I'm the perfect weapon, I kill with a single touch. And this follows Twilla. She's been chosen to marry a prince and rule the kingdom. Apparently, a deadly poison infuses her skin. Those who anger the queen must die under Twilla's fatal touch. And then a new guard kind of sees past Twilla's sort of touch poison for what she is. So this is going to be, I think it's going to be like a love triangle situation and an arranged marriage trope. So it'll be very interesting to see kind of where that goes and how far sort of YA writing has come on since this book, if that makes sense. So I kind of bought it as like an experiment almost. Next up we have Challenger Deep by Neil Shusterman. This one I literally picked up because it's Neil Shusterman, and it follows the idea of a young boy who is on a ship that is headed for the deepest point on Earth, the Mariana Trench in Challenger Deep, which is the southern part of the Mariana Trench. And it kind of follows him as they're getting closer and closer to this. Tensions are rising on the ship, and he has to decide whether or not he wants to be part of a mutiny or lead a mutiny, or just kind of, you know, be against it. He's split between his allegiance to the captain and the allure of mutiny. So yeah, what will he do? I think it's just going to be, you know, it's going to be his mind's kind of conflicting thoughts against itself. You know, what are the benefits of this? What are the benefits of that? I'm not expecting much out of this. I bought it because it's Schusterman, I'm not going to lie. Next we have two that, the first one basically Vanessa from Wonderness had found a while ago in Barter Books, and she was like, oh my god, I think it was this one anyway, and it's Deep Blue by Jennifer Donnelly. I found this today. It's Percy Jackson with mermaids. I'm there for that. I found this one today, but then I also found this one, which is the sequel, which is called Rogue Wave, and it's the Waterfire Saga. So I picked these two up on the basis that I know that she really liked the sound of them and she'd heard quite a lot about them. So I'm excited. Not gonna lie, we love mermaids on this channel. Okay, then I have two hardbacks. One of them is like a contemporary romance, the other one is a thriller, and then I have a fantasy book, which I kind of already own, but I'll explain in a minute. So this first one is a contemporary, and I had a bit of a browse while we were waiting for our food to come, and this girl had picked it up, and I was like, oh my god, are you having my life? Because I'd kind of like looked at it from afar, and I was heading towards the shelf to have a look at it a little bit more. And this is Rescue Me by Sarah Manning. The girl put it back down. This is literally about a couple of people who essentially take in a rescue dog, I think, and they don't have a relationship, they barely know each other, and they both kind of like share this rescue dog. I'm assuming romance, not gonna lie. Margot doesn't have time for love, Will is afraid to love, and then they both fall in love with Blossom, and they're both at the rescue centre at the same time, and because they both fall in love with Blossom, they decide to have basically joint adoption of this dog. Naturally, I'm imagining there's going to be like custody battles of the dog, but also probably falling in love as they both get to know each other through the dog. Sounds cute. This last one is actually a thriller, and it is The Survivors by Jane Harper. Can we just take a minute to appreciate this cover? Stunning, love it. This one I picked up because it's Jane Harper, and it follows Kieran, whose life changed forever on a single day when a reckless mistake led to devastating consequences. The guilt that haunts him still resurfaces during a visit with his young family to the small coastal town he once called home. His parents are struggling in a community which is bound, for better or worse, to the sea that is both a lifeline and a threat. Between them all is his absent brother Finn, and then a body is discovered on the beach, and then secrets threaten to emerge, and then there's like a sunken wreck, a missing girl, and questions that have never washed away. I love like, not cosy, but also cozy, if that makes sense, kind of thrillers and mysteries, because it involves a close-knit community, it involves secrets that probably everybody knows that everybody thinks nobody knows, kind of thing. So I'm very intrigued by that one. I've been yammering on for the nearly 15 minutes now. So next up is the last book. It's A Coat of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. You're probably thinking, Rebecca, you have that. You'd be right, it's there. You'd be right, I do own it, but the reason that I picked this one up is it's in the original cover. It is a little bit battered and bruised, but we call that loved on this channel, and it's in the original cover, and I thought, well, these are really hard to come by now, and if I can, on the off chance, pick them all up in this cover in Barter Books, that would be brilliant. So keep my fingers crossed that I do actually find these ones in the original covers. I just think these are pre-adult fantasy. Yeah, Coat of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. I'm excited to get to this one. That's it for this little update for the introduction to the vlog. Yes, it's like 15 minutes long, I'm sorry, but I thought I'd introduce you with a book haul. This week is a very busy week because I actually start my new job tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 14th of March and I start my new job, so I'm aiming to get these bookshelves finished tonight so that I can just go in with a nice calm mindset, because I'm back in an office for the first time since the pandemonium. So literally 2 years almost this week. Madness, really. Don't really know how I'm feeling about it. No doubt we will have a panic in the morning, but it's all good. It's fine. We can live through it, and I will no doubt give you an update tomorrow on how my first day's been. Bye. Good morning, it's Monday and it's my first day at my new job today. I have come to our shopping centre, like our big shopping centre, for opening at 9 because I need a new bag. Went to Asda this morning, got myself some lunch, but they didn't have any bags in, so I'm now kind of, oh, there's a car behind me. I'm in a car park. I'm now going into the shopping centre to go to Primark, and if that fails, I'm going to TK Maxx. I don't start till 10, so it's now like 10 to 9, so I'm going to go for Primark opening, and I will update you all in a little bit. Hopefully I find my bag and hopefully my first day goes well, but I'll update you all when I find my first day. Bye.
Don't feel anxious, don't feel shame. If there's a question, it can't wait another day. Don't feel like it's all in vain. I try to remember, it ain't a race. Breathe out, it doesn't matter anyway. Breathe in, it's about happiness in the air. Take it slow, watch the road, stop driving myself insane.
Hello, happy Saturday. This is Naturally Drying Hair. It is about 8 AM. Dan got up this morning to play golf. Naturally, I woke up, so I'm now awake. So this is the situation. But anyway, hello, happy Saturday. My reading update for this week. In fact, a bit of a life update for this week, really. Obviously, as you know, at the start of this video, I was telling you that I started a new job. That's going really, really well this week. Or at least I feel it's going really, really well. Whether it is or not is another story. I have started reading The House in the Cerulean Sea, and I'm about 25 to 30 pages into it. I'm really not that far into it at all. I've come upstairs to grab this. I've been in the shower. I'm going to take this downstairs. I'm going to read a little bit of this, and I'm going to do a little bit of wax melt making this morning, I think. My sister's coming over later on to, well, basically just to spend the afternoon here, a couple hours this afternoon here. So I want like everything done before she gets here. But yeah, that's not really, that's it. That's the update, that's it. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with how my shelves are looking, to be honest. And I've just realised I haven't filmed an outro for that, so I might just end the video the way it is and put a little disclaimer at the end, because you know what I'm like. But yeah, I'm gonna go and read a little bit, put some washing in, and make some wax melts. Hopefully I get a lot of reading done today because there's literally nothing in this vlog whatsoever because I've just been so tired and so worn out, and to be honest, I've got a bit of a cold. You know when you would go back to school after the 6 weeks holidays or whatever and the bugs would hit? It used to happen to me working in supply all the time as well. I used to pick up sickness bugs once I'd been in a school for like a week or two because you don't know all the germs going around. Like you pick up everything. And my mother-in-law's had a bit of a cold, my parents have had a bit of a cold, so naturally it's time for me to have a cold. But in all fairness, my supervisor at work, he had a bit of a stuffy nose this week as well, and he said himself that he's coming down with a bit of a cold. So it's only natural that I pick up anything that's floating around in the office because I've not been there before, I'm not used to the people, you know, the usual. So yeah, I've got a bit of a snotty nose, but I'm okay. I could do with lying down for 20 years, but I'm okay. And I am going to go now because I've rambled for long enough. I shall update you all in a little bit, hopefully. Maybe try and do some montagey stuff, I don't actually know. But yeah, I shall update you all in a little while. Bye. Hello, surprisingly, this is an alright angle. I'm quite impressed with myself. Happy Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday because I'm not at work, obviously. Happy Saturday. It is 9th of April or something. I don't actually know the date. Today I'm going on my Mother's Day gift for my mum, which is an afternoon tea. But before I go there, look at my windows. You can't see my garden, thank fuck for that. That's by the by. So, reading update. I am reading The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune, and I am on page 309. So I literally have like 90 pages and then I'm done this book, and I don't know how I feel. This is a book that tugs at your heartstrings. It makes you feel all of the feels. Yeah, it's a good book to get you back into reading if you haven't read anything in a while or you're feeling a little slumpish, because you can't help but fall in love with these kids. You just can't help it. So for those of you who don't know, The House in the Cerulean Sea follows Linus, who works at DICME, which is the Departmental Institute of Children of Magical Creatures or something like that. Basically, he works for essentially the social service. He goes around these care homes, making sure the kids are all right, they're happy, they're healthy, they're thriving, and it's a safe environment. He gets tasked by extremely upper management, who are like the bigwigs that nobody ever sees, to go and basically write a report on this place in the house in the Cerulean Sea and make sure that it is safe for the kids. Now, one of these things is that these kids, basically nobody knows they exist essentially, except those that need to know, because first off we meet Lucy, i.e. Lucifer, who is the Antichrist. So that's how that starts. And then we also have a gnome, we have somebody that can turn into a dog, we have a wyvern. It's a whole barrel of misfits essentially, and Linus goes to this place with the intent of not getting attached to anyone, basically going there, doing his reports, and that's that. And obviously he gets attached to everyone, and I mean everyone, and it's so adorable, it's so cute, and I'm really, really enjoying it. It's easily going to be a 4-star at the moment. I have that much left, and it's going to be a 4-star. I can already see it now. But yeah, anyway, on to something else. I got a parcel yesterday when I was at work. And look, it's from Daisy and B. So for those of you who don't know, Daisy and B is a little bit of a bookmark shop, a book merch shop from Steph Loves and Jade from Jade Reread. I got their special edition pack, and I also got 2 other ones as well. So it comes with a little thank you card and also their stamp on Instagram. And then, so I got 2 copies of these ones. So I got 2 of these. These are the little balloon dogs. And then on the other side as well, this is a separate bookmark. This is like dinos, like black on neon dinos, which is really cute. And then we also have this one, which I think is just adorable too. So I've got a bunch of bookmarks from them. I am now in agony from kneeling on the floor. I'm about to be picked up to go for my afternoon tea / holiday shopping morning because I'm going away soon. So yeah, I thought I would update you. I don't really know what this vlog's going to be like, and I don't know why I started on a Saturday, but hopefully I finish House in the Cerulean Sea soon and I can provide you with some decent content. Yeah, I'll update you all in a bit. Bye.